but there was a briefing. This one guy talked about just what NATO is, and then another woman talked about Afghanistan and what she's been doing there, and NATO and things like that.
We also spoke about having over 60,000 troops in Afghanistan currently right now and on the ground, and that NATO works with different allies. You don't have to be a part of NATO to have help from NATO, so I thought that was pretty cool.
We went to Waterloo, which is where Napoleon had his big loss.
From my understanding of the battle here is that Napoleon comes very close to winning this battle, and that it's one of his generals that refuses to outflank the Prussians, that allow the Prussians to get in and join up with the British, that leads to the defeat. There's
a nice monument there with a lion. We had to climb 212 steps to get up there, which was a pretty tough feat. I was pretty, exhausted after it. It was also very windy, but it was very peaceful. The whole countryside was peaceful, being able to see out. It was a really beautiful view of Belgium.
After we went there, we went to the brewery, where what I loved about that, it was just a small little place that if I was just a regular tourist, I would never have gone there. And he gave us a great little tour of this place. They have such pride in what they do here in Belgium.
Welcome here in Drie Fonteinen. It's a Dutch name, and in English it's Three Fountains. Where the name comes from, I don't know, but here we are here in a very small brewery. In Belgium there are so many breweries.
And you knew that for the way he talked about it, the amount of time he takes doing it. So that was really awesome. Then we went back, and it was Lori's birthday yesterday, so we were able to, our host family celebrated it for her. They got cake, we had candles, it was a great time. And then me and Lori also went on a little walk, which was awesome, just be able to get out on our own, see the town a little bit.
So we went to SHAPE, and that stands for Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe. And so it's kind of in conjunction with NATO and the EU. And so we had 3 speakers today. And the first one was this German guy, and he talked to us about various things, mostly about the origins of SHAPE and how it fits in with the EU and NATO.
The EU does not have a military, so the EU relies on SHAPE, the strategic headquarters of the Allied powers in Europe, to provide them with the structure to raise a military should they decide to go on an excursion somewhere, like the Balkans or what they're doing off the coast of Somalia.
We went to Bersel Castle, which is old ruins, and there we were given a chance to climb through the castle and what's left of it. We saw where they had their water holes, where they had chairs, their bathroom areas. There was actually a torture chamber downstairs. We could climb up. The steps are really tiny. You could barely fit your feet on some of them, but there was ivy growing everywhere, and even though it was ruins, it was still beautiful. Right now we're sitting in Halle, the center of Halle, which is a town just outside of Brussels. It's a very quaint little area, lots of shops, lots of outdoor cafes, which we sat at tonight, and it was really nice. Everyone here is really laid back, and there doesn't seem to be as much of an emphasis on time as there is in the States, which is nice because it's just a chance to relax and sit back. Our host families just met up with us, so everyone is sitting down having a drink before we head home for the night. The weather's pretty nice. It's getting a little bit chilly, but it's definitely nicer than it has been in the States. It hasn't rained really recently. some buildings, like there's a few big churches that are pretty medieval and ancient looking, and there's a few things that are modern, but overall it's a really beautiful little center of town.